Of course, I have to mention, dear friends, this breaking news sort of that we had yesterday. I spoke about it during the yesterday's evening update that Russian Foreign Intelligence Service reported about preparations of the French military to deploy 2,000 strong expeditionary corps into Kiev-controlled territory, and according to SVR, orders already were issued, already was given by French President Macron. Let me give you some details on that. So, French President Emmanuel Macron is preparing to intervene militarily in Ukraine. Russia's Foreign Intelligence Service, SVR, has claimed in a statement published on Monday, the agency's press department suggested that he desperately wants to leave his mark on history, having failed as a politician and despaired of ever pulling the country out of the long social and economic crisis. He does not give up the hope to go down in history as a military leader, as we are claimed. And probably they know what they're talking about, by the way. But I don't really have any doubts that SVR has information from inner circle of Macron. Probably they should, right? It's Russian Foreign Intelligence Service that they should have a source of information from Macron's inner circle. So therefore, I think they know what they are talking about. And SVR is also adding that Macron dreams of military intervention in Ukraine and is known for fantasizing about Napoleon. According to SVR, the French General Staff has reportedly already been instructed to form a contingent of up to 2,000 troops for deployment in Ukraine. The core of this force is expected to be made up of troops from French Foreign Legion. And they will try to recruit, according to SVR, citizens of Latin American countries, and most likely they already did. And not just recruited those people in Latin America, but already trained them and potentially even deployed on Kiev controlled territory. Although SVR is saying that these troops are in Poland, already being deployed in Poland. But yet again, from Poland to Kiev controlled territory is nothing, right? So some of the units of this formation might be already on a Kiev controlled territory. So SVR stated that Legion personnel are already deployed in regions of Poland bordering Ukraine, where they are undergoing intensive joint combat training and receiving weapons and equipment. Their transfer to central Ukraine has reportedly been scheduled in the near future. The agency also said that France has already begun preparing for casualties, with hundreds of additional hospital beds reportedly being created to accommodate wounded soldiers, while French medics are said to be receiving field training to handle combat injuries. So this is, of course, big escalation. Maybe this report from SVR is just part of the story, and most likely it is the case, because obviously Russian intelligence service cannot share all the information that it has. It does not work that way. So probably this is just a part of the story, and it's not just the French army that is deploying its troops. Maybe already have deployed significant number of troops on Kiev controlled territory, but UK might be there too. And this time we are talking about regular troops, by the way. We know that special forces of France and the UK are on Kiev controlled territory basically since the beginning of special military operation, even before that. And they already suffered their heavy losses, right? But now we are talking about regular troops. And who knows, maybe it's not just France, but also UK, also Germany, some other NATO member states that are deploying their troops or are in full preparations to deploy their troops on Kiev controlled territory. And this might be the part of that next phase of escalation against Russia by NATO that I have spoke about for so many times, right? Simultaneously with their potentially, by the way, simultaneously with the large-scale drone and missile strikes on Russia, that will be accompanied by massive terrorist attacks inside the Russia by assets of the Western secret services, also with simultaneous large-scale or unprecedented scale cyber attacks on Russia, and potentially even attempts of decapitation strike against political and military leadership of the Russian Federation. NATO countries might have begun deploying their troops too, regular troops on the Kiev-controlled territories. So that's why I'm saying this information may only be just a little part of a big picture, right? About that next phase of escalation that NATO is planning, and I think it's only a matter of time when they will go ahead with the implementation of this plan. Hopefully, Moscow knows everything about it, and hopefully we are as prepared as we possibly can. I mean Russian militaries and their political leadership and their society too, because it's going to be big, man. Globalists, I think, are planning massive assault on Russian Federation, combined assault, right? So hopefully we all are ready, not just to withstand their strike, but also to retaliate, and retaliate with such a force and scale that after that, globalists and their allies will begin de-escalating. Let's see what's going to happen. And you might wonder what is the Moscow's reaction on this report of Russian Foreign Intelligence Service. And we have some comments from a press spokesman of the Russian president and also from a representative of Foreign Ministry. Let me give you that in case you have not watched my yesterday's evening live stream. So presidential press secretary Dmitry Peskov called the reports of France's plans to deploy troops to Ukraine alarming. We have quotes here. As for the information from Russian Foreign Intelligence Service, it is alarming, Kremlin spokesman said. Peskov emphasized that the overwhelming majority of the EU countries are in their militaristic mainstream. Our troops are constantly listening to foreign speech and languages on the radios along the line of contact. So these foreigners are there. We are eliminating them, he noted. And also the friends, as I said, Maria Zakharova commented on that, official representative of the Russian Foreign Ministry. So commenting on SVR report, Foreign Ministry spokesperson Maria Zakharova advised President Emmanuel Macron to send the French soldiers to guard their country's museums, where robberies have recently become more frequent. Russia emphasized that any deployment of NATO member countries' troops to Ukraine was unacceptable and risked a sharp escalation. Moscow called the statements about the possible deployment of troops an incitement to continue the hostilities. So quite a measured response from Russian side. Zakharova was ironized there. Better Macron send those troops to protect their museums. Peskov also said not much really, although of course this step of France to deploy its troops, large number of its troops on Kiev-controlled territory, is a big escalation, and yet again it might be just a little part of an overall plan of next waves of escalation that NATO has. So hopefully we can not just laugh at our enemies and ironize, but hopefully we are ready. And when time comes, hopefully Moscow will make political decision finally and allow Russian militaries and intelligence services to do whatever is necessary to protect Russian citizens, to protect their society here and their country, right? And hopefully after that political decision will be made by Kremlin, if it will be made, Russian militaries and intelligence services hands will be untied, and we will see what Russia really capable of. Hello everyone, I hope you find informative and useful this short clip from main news update, and if so, please click that like button and leave some commentary just about anything. It might help to deal with the algorithm and reach wider audience. And if you like my work in general and want to support to save this media project, you can assist through several ways. You can donate to this project through PayPal platform or Boosty, also with the crypto currencies, or you can subscribe to my Patreon page and page on Boosty, where I have quite a lot of extra content on regular basis. All the links are on this video in description box and in the pinned comment. And of course, many thanks to everyone who already helped and continues to support. Thank you.